Hi, and welcome to the daily market summary for today. This is the first trading day for the month of September, as September seems to be starting on a rocky note as the market closed today in the red. So we lost the gains of Friday. Before I get right into it, thank you to everyone who takes out the time to like, share, subscribe. Please keep doing so. It helps grow the channel. It helps in terms of YouTube algorithms. It helps move up the channel to the top of the pack. As always, please note that this is not financial or trading advice in any shape or form. At best, it's content. So please do not take anything I say as the investment advice. At best, it's just an opinion. Can agree, you can disagree. It's very much fine, but you definitely should not base your investment decisions simply on what someone has said, because more so with content like this, you don't have the full picture. It's difficult for me in a 15-20 minute video to give a full picture of all I know, what I know. So you need to do your own research, sit down, crunch the numbers. If you've been following this channel for a while, I hope that all the content I've been sharing has helped you have a better understanding of the stock market and that. All share index fell 0.41%. The index measures the average performance of stocks on the exchange. Now, some stocks will do better than the index, and some stocks will do worse than the index. So, our best performing stocks today: Sovereign Trust Insurance up 10%, close at 2 naira 86 kobo. Square is a conglomerate, close 6.59 naira, up 9.83%. Cornerstone Insurance, number three, gained 7.98%, close at 6 naira 90 kobo. Guinea Insurance gained 7.75% to close at 1 naira 53 kobo. While NSL Tech, a company in the will I call it lottery space, gained 4.71% to close at 89 kobo. So it seems like insurance stocks are back on the gaining side of things. On the losing side, you have Veritas Capital, an insurance company, down 10% to close at 1 naira 89 kobo. Ella Lakes from the agriculture space also down 10%, but closing at 12 naira 69 kobo. Eterna, downstream oil and gas player, down 10% to close 34 naira and 20 kobo. Champs PLC from the ICT space, down 9.56% to close at 2 naira and 65 kobo. While Qtix had been is on my watch list for the week. Qtix down 7.71% to close at 3 naira 23 kobo. Investors clearly reacting to a sharp dip in profits in Q1 for the firm. Switching lanes to the most actively traded stocks by volume: FCMB with 55.4 million shares, Access Corporation 31.9 million shares, Fidelity Bank with 26.1 million shares, NSL Tech with 22.3 million shares. It seems NSL Tech is still trading large volume. So the question I would ask is who's buying and who's selling? While ICO, an insurance company, shows up in the top five by most actively traded stock by volume with 17.7 million shares. Now, in terms of most actively traded stock by value, I mean, Aradel still trading, leading. I think Aradel was on this spot either last week Friday, or the day before. Aradel with 5.3 billion worth of shares traded. Zenith Bank, a distant second with 1.1 billion worth of shares traded. WAPCO, 974 million shares traded. Access Corporation with 843 million shares traded. And GGCO rounds up the top five with 828 million shares traded. Now, for more content, please follow the podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube Music. There's also content on greentickertales.com. Now, before I go, let me just see one of the resources I use. I'm curious as to what led to the dip. So let me just see if I can scroll through. There's a particular resource I use, TRW. Let's see if the data for today is up on their site. Yeah, it is great. So let's scroll through and see what caused the down pressure. Let's see some of the stocks I was eyeing midday. MTN Nigeria flat. What else? What dip? NGX 30 fell sharpest. The question is what in the NGX 30 dipped? I just can't see it, but I probably need to sit down and look at the numbers closely. UBA down, okay. UBA down, Zenith down, WAPCO down. So clearly you can see that the pressure today, the selling pressure today is in WAPCO. Let's see what Aradel did. Aradel up, interesting. Strong volumes too. Assets down. Anything else? Let's take the three frames. Cement flat, Dangote cement flat, Dangote sugar flat. Um, so I guess you can see some most of the sell pressure came in from WAPCO. What's Nestle? Nestle flat. Anything else? Okomu Presco flat. So clearly, Seplat flat, Stanbic flat. Anything else? So it's argued that maybe most of the sell pressure, most of the pressure that led to the index coming down was between WAPCO, Zenith Bank, and UBA closing down and all that. So that's pretty much about it. Thank you all for joining. This also will go up as a post on Spotify. So if you're not following on Spotify, you're missing out a lot because there's a lot. You have lots more content that will go out on Spotify. So thank you all for joining. I see you tomorrow in tomorrow's pre-market video.